I lost my father and mother. What else is there to live for? The world is a brutal place to live. The leaders use the common man for their selfish gain. How do you even sleep at night, mother? The politics of this world. The rich gets richer, and the poor poorer. I was going to live life on my own terms and let the chips fall where they may.
Hi guys, my name is Stan Nze, aka Ahana, aka Mazinze, aka Ichie Billy Billy, and I'm right here live on Simple TV. How it feels, it's hard to really explain because I think it's best experienced. It happens to be one of the best moments in my career so far. Every actor works tirelessly to make sure that their work is being recognized. And that's AMBC. The AMBC is like the greatest platform right now in Africa that recognizes talent and people's work. And it's not just that I won the AMBCAs, I won one of the most prestigious awards of that night. And what was more exciting about it for me is the fact that people were genuinely happy. I mean, I saw the uproar in the hall when they announced me winner. It felt like if I said they don't give me, people go carry placard, they scatter places. So it made me feel really loved and accepted, and I'm grateful to God for it. Okay, I started acting professionally in 2009. Prior to that time, I'd had the inkling. I just wanted to do it. When I finished from secondary school, that was 2005, I knew I wanted to do this stuff. I knew I wanted to act, but I didn't think it was something anyone could do professionally. When you say you want to act, maybe you can act as hobby by the side, or you will be a doctor, or you will be a lawyer and act by the side. I got into school. I was doing a pre-science program then at Nnamdi University. I joined the theater group, it's Champions Theater, and whenever I had to minister any Sunday, I just did it with extra vigor and extra attention. And one thing that always happened was after every ministration, people would come up to me and say, "Guy, you the actor, guy. This thing no be waiting we just do for backyard, for stage here. You need to do this professionally." How come they look myself? Okay, that good. And that's how the vision was born. That's how the enthusiasm grew. I started attending auditions. I attended my first audition in 2006, I think. I got the role, but I was schooling in the East. So it was a long back. It was the end of the long back. I had to go back to school in Oka, and I auditioned in Lagos. Eventually, when they were ready to shoot, they called me up one evening, "Guy, where are you? You are going to be shooting tomorrow." I told them I wasn't in town, and they asked me not to worry. And that's how that one passed. So I couldn't do anything until I was on my industrial training in 2009. I attended some other auditions, got on this series. It was a really small role. Those kind of role where we say, if you day room, they show them. People go, they call you, come. Before, if you don't run fast, if you don't see yourself again, that film don't finish. That was the sort of role it was, but I'm grateful to God. It was small, it helped my journey. After then, 1 scene, 2 scenes, 3 scenes on different TV series. I actually started with a lot of television series because that was what was obtainable at the time. That was what was available for up-and-coming actors. Nobody was ready to give you one lead role in one big film, and it just got me thinking, if everybody will ask you, what have you done before they give you a role, how are you going to, if they don't give you the opportunity, how will you not have something you have done, you know? But you will have to just figure it out. So yeah, one thing led to the other. I think I got on Tin Cell in 2011, and that's sort of, you know, prior to that time, you know, when you tell people, you say you be actor, you would ask you, so what have you done? I didn't have so much I could show, you know, until Tin Cell happened in 2011, and after Tin Cell, I got my first lead on television, The Benjamins, in 2012. On and off, moved to Asaba in 2014, where I got to do some regular inside market films. And then in 2015, I produced my first film as a filmmaker, Bad Drop. And yeah, the ball has sort of kick-rolled since then. I would say I've evolved a whole lot. I mean, I never used to be comfortable watching myself act. Not like I never used to be comfortable. I would cringe so much watching myself because there are a lot of things I see and I feel like I would have done that differently. Oh, that expression is too much. Oh, nah, you know. But right now, it's easier to watch myself because I know that I've improved. I know how to work with the camera. I understand my angles. I know how not to smile too much. I know when the character is goofy. I know when the character is a bad guy. You know, so I understand. I'm more comfortable. I've been doing this with experience to just kind of relax. We know the actor gave me with killer stuff. We just want day genuine to the character. I think starting off, there was so much pressure to, am I doing it right? Would the director like it? Would I do this? Would my family like it? Hopefully people in the village will not say, so there was all that. When you're distracted and you're thinking of so much acting, it shows when you're delivering. So I think right now I deliver and I act from a place of, you know, relaxation and comfort. I'm not trying too hard anymore. I'm not trying to impress. I'm just being true and genuine to every character I get to recreate and be. You know, there's still so much work to be done. No man is an island, so once in a while I try to get training. Of course, one of the first training I got apart from getting training from theater, I registered with the Stella Damasus Arts Foundation, where I was trained for a couple of months. In 2019, I know I went to the Creative Academy, you know, where I went to train for cinematography. So I'm a certified cinematographer, by the way. You know, so I do these things just to, for cinematography, just to understand how the camera works, how it will help my acting, you know, how to interact with the camera as an actor. You know, so anything training, anything I can, you know, get my hands on just to improve myself and improve my skill, I would just get on it. The character. I like really interesting and endearing characters. I want to be reading a script and I'm feeling like, whoa, I can't wait to bring this to life. How are we going to do this? I want to ask those questions. Like when I was reading Rattlesnake, we couldn't shoot Rattlesnake exactly the way it was written because it was during COVID. We had scenes there were some really high, intense scenes we were supposed to film in South Africa because we don't have the wherewithal to film them here. We couldn't travel because of COVID restrictions. It was really painful, but those are the things that really excite me when I read, like all the razzmatazz, the cars flipping, the emotions, you know, the different places. One of my favorite scenes reading the script, Rattlesnake, was where I went to rob my mom and her new husband, and we finished robbing them and we're supposed to leave. We still had marks on, and something had happened and I'd spoken. I tried not to speak throughout the journey so that they don't recognize it as me, but I got angry at some point and spoke. I tried to change my voice, but they knew it was me. And just before I left, she was like, Ogidinha. So reading scenes like that, I visualize it and I cannot wait to bring it to life. It's really exciting for me, you know, and I would say that the way I visualized it was eventually how it came to life. Just a few tweaks here and there, you know, so that's what excites me about being an actor, recreating, you know, being different people at different times and the excitement of, you know, creating these characters. So Ahana happens to be one of the biggest roles I've played in film. I wouldn't say it's the most challenging because I think I've done some other very challenging roles as well, but it just happened to be the film and the character that got the most recognition, got the most eyeballs. I mean, it was in the cinemas at a very peculiar time during COVID, during COVID still. It got, buzz, promotions, then eventually got on Netflix last year. A lot of people, got talking about it, and then it was nominated for the AMVCAs, won 4 awards. Best director, best actor, best actress, like 3 of the major awards, and then best cinematographers, 4 of the major awards. So more people have gotten to see it. So preparing for the role, when I got a call that I was going to be this character, and then I read the script, it kind of blew my mind because it felt larger than life. It was bigger than every other thing I've read. In fact, I sent the producer a message immediately. How far? How are we going to do this? That I'm really privileged and honored that I'm considered to play this. And then there was a lot of pressure on me because Rattlesnake is a remake. Now, it means that this film has been done before and people love the people that played this character, Ahana, Okechukwu Igwe, and of course Francis Duru. They were known for this character. And I've heard people say, oh, please do not spoil our childhood memories. We love this film so much. If I don't go do it well, I don't do it at all. Like, hey, okay, how do I do these things so that people can love it, I can impress the audience? That was the pressure I was on until we started rehearsing. And I know that one of the things I did was to disconnect from whatever character that Okechukwu Igwe and Francis Duru have played. I don't want to be basking in their own euphoria. I wanted to be original to this character that's been created on paper and do it as well as as a good actor would. I wanted to be true to that character that Amaki Igwe of blessed memory created. So I disconnected from whatever I've seen and I just connected. In fact, I tried so much to forget what was in the first film. It's a remake, so we are not bound by any law to make it exactly how it was. We are creating this character genuinely to what we found on paper, and that's what I did. And I beat my chest to say that people loved it. People loved the interpretation. I get tons of messages every week. Oh, I just saw Rattlesnake, I love it, well done, you acted your life out, you acted so. Thank you guys for all your messages, I really appreciate it. The script, there are a couple of questions I asked. The script has to be really good. I know that we don't have a lot of great scripts in Nollywood. They're not, but to an extent, good dialogues, good diction, good story. I'm not asking that we would blow a skyscraper or every film has to be like Rattlesnake where we're jumping off the plane, where we're skydiving. But I believe that the strength of our films is not even in the razzmatazz, it's in the very simple stories. Let it be entertaining enough. Let it be engaging enough. Let people not be watching my film and be sleeping and be dozing off. Let it just have a good story that can carry people along. So that's one of the things I watch out for. The sort of actors I will act with as well. I believe that acting is action and reaction. You need good actors to interpret. So if I get characters that would need energy from other actors, I'm going to ask, who is playing this? Who is playing this? Is it an actor that I will have a bond with? Is it an actor that's willing to sacrifice as much as I would? So those are some of the things I consider before taking on a role. It's usually not conducive to filming in Lagos. It's very difficult to film in Lagos if you have to do outdoor scenes or money Lego they disturb you to shoot. We don't have a lot of studios. There are very few studios in Nigeria. So you can't create the ambience, a suitable ambience. Sometimes they say, oh, like I walked into this place, sound was great, no giants on, and I don't have to overshout or overproject, and I know that the gen came on, the power went off before we started rolling, so you have to project, if not, they don't go hear you well, you know, so all it's tough, you know, it's the ambience for me. You have to sometimes be in a very deep emotion, and there's so much noise in the environment you're filming. I know that this time I was filming in Enugu, and the director practically took us round to drive to find a place that there was shade, just to get into character. While we were shooting, boy and girl, lovers are supposed to be holding hand, trying to cry. You say, wait, Keke won't pass. We'll now come back, Keke go pass. So okay, come back, action, kill. So you're going in and out of character because we don't have studios to do this. So if you see any Nigerian actor, give them a handshake. Did they try? You know, say, oh, they're overacting. Oh, they know how to criticize. How is this film like this? Why is this film like that? You need to give them kudos. We are doing a lot. To every Nigerian actor, I beg, not so much. I don't think auditions are meant for just up-and-coming actors or wannabes, if you say. No, that's not what it is, because I still audition. When I tell people that I auditioned for Rattlesnake, they had my story, they're shocked. Proper films will do auditions, even up to this year. I did a film with Inkblock Studios. I had to come in for an audition or a read, whatever word you want to use for it, but it's some sort of screening to be sure that you look like what they want to cast you for, or you can deliver that sort of role. However, I know that a lot of people still hold auditions without having any roles, or they don't really have, or they've finished casting their leads or the major roles and just what capas they look for. That happens, but I guess for what I would say to up-and-coming actors right now is develop yourself, work on your craft, put out videos, do monologues, put them on Instagram. You know, the world is a global village right now. You don't need anybody's audition to make it into their film. I mean, I've had people that reached out to me. I go to their page, oh, I want to be an actor. I go to their page and you're not seeing anything that looks like acting there. Now you have your mobile phone. Just make sure the lighting is right. Stand in front of a window, make sure there's enough light on your face, do a really powerful monologue, and if it's good, any reasonable producer you send it to will want to hire you. I've given people roles just by seeing their monologues, you know? Be different. Don't do the regular, what everybody is doing. Stand out. It's hard to stand out now because there's so much, a lot of people want to act. You know, there's no hard and fast rule to making it to the top. I'm even still figuring it out. A lot of people are still figuring it out, even the ones at the top, because it's an evolving industry and it is growing by the day. Nobody can say, oh, now more say na comedy they sell. Comedy go sell 2-3 years, you know, they sell again. They go say na drama they sell, you know, so we're all a work in progress. We're all figuring it out as we're going. And the sky is big enough, you know, just do what you have to do. Okay, so I have an academy for children. I have this project I do. It's called the Kids Can Act project. So we train children and then we manage them afterwards. We launch them into Nollywood, and then people can make a career for themselves out of the industry. I make films as well. I produce. Yeah, I'm working on a film at the moment. It's faith-based. I floated a new studio, Love Story Studios, and our vision is to tell life-changing stories that would develop, you know, enhance and reform the society. So, yeah. As a filmmaker, what impact has the industry had on me? I mean, I fed off the energy of the people that have been here before me. I feel like Nollywood I'm very in on stories, great stories, and I feel like the start of Nollywood, we had a lot of very intriguing and beautiful stories. So that impacted me a whole lot. And the fact that people are telling, and of course, with Play Network doing a lot of remakes, that's a lot of impact on me too. I mean, the industry has evolved. We have great picture, we have great sound right now. And those are the things I've picked up, and I usually would incorporate in my own productions when I do them, so. So the thing about acting here is, acting is timeless. The medium might be different, the way that they are shooting now, the devices with which you're shooting it might be different. But Mad Woman for 1989, no, they changed when she mad for 2022. You get. So I don't think anything has changed. We had actors who were really deep in the past, and we still have very deep actors right now. Just the modus operandi have probably changed slightly, but the acting is still the same. So I wouldn't want to put any dichotomy between the two eras. Growth, we're growing with a lot of speed. I mean, back in the 90s to early 2000s, you hear people saying, oh, I'm pushing for a Nollywood career, I'm trying so that we'll go to Hollywood. But right now, Hollywood is coming to Nollywood. We have a lot of, collaborations, people coming here to invest, likes of Netflix, Amazon Prime. I mean, these are, foreign studios coming here to invest and tell our stories. So, of course, we're doing collaborations with Disney, we're doing collaborations with Sony Pictures right now. So a lot has evolved from what the industry used to be, and there's so much room for growth. There's so much that is still happening. There's so much that would still happen. So it's a good thing to be in the industry in such a time as this. And I cannot wait to see what the future holds, to be honest. So it is sort of brought Nollywood to the palm of everyone's hands. Gone are the days where you have to wait to go and rent a film and now watch and give your neighbor, or you go to your neighbor window, they watch film where it's no day for video club begin. Now everything is in the palm of your hands. I was watching Blood Sisters on my phone, and someone was like, I can't do this, I have to wait till I get home and watch the big screen. I said, the spoilers online are not too much, I have to. So you have movies on the go. I'm on a flight to Paris today. I'm going to be helping myself out on the phone, anywhere. So yeah, it's a whole lot that has happened, that has changed. And I know that it's going to even become more global. Entertainment will be cheap, it will be affordable. Everybody will be able to, once you have a device, you'll be able to watch a movie on your watch, depending on what works for you. So that's the advent of technology, and we're embracing it with our full chest. It's not every time that I feel like smiling. It's not every time I feel like taking a selfie. It's not every time that I feel like greeting you when I see you on the road. But I can't help it. When I'm hungry, I have to, if not, you would throw me and say that I'm not a nice person. You probably met me in a day when I'm not. I mean, you sort of lose the right to be yourself, You have to be happy at all times. You have to be ready to take a selfie. I mean, people come to say they want to take a photograph, and sometimes you're sitting, they go snap 3. When you sit down, they will say, please, can you stand? God. And you have to agree with a smile. You can't do like you are pained. You have to, well, no, it's not a problem. They do not stay. Say, please go back, full, half, you got it. You are not smiling, smile. Ah, God. You lose that right. I mean, it's a painful thing, but it's the life we signed up for. We are here. A successful actor is one who has been able to read a script and interpret whatever character they've been given to play to the best of that character. Not to the best of their knowledge, to the best of whatever character they've been given is if the paper says this guy did colo and I'm able to do colo and even more, I think I believe it. So that's what a good character, that's who a good actor is. A good actor is not one who has won awards, because accolades are not just it. Yes, they come great, but it's performance. I mean, they're great actors that probably never won an Oscar. It took Leonardo DiCaprio how many years? He only won his Oscar like 3 years ago. So yeah, a good actor is the one who is able to interpret whatever character they're given to the best of that character they're given. Work with your director, who's able to work with the director and other crew members to create the vision of the film, not carrying on their own, saying me. It's because it's teamwork. Teamwork makes the work work. How do they say it? Teamwork makes the dream work. That's it. Yes, there is such thing as overacting. I mean, if a character is supposed to be, you know that there's a difference between joy and excitement, happiness and excitement. If the character is meant to be happy and the actor is being excited, it means that he's overacting at the moment. There are questions you have to ask yourself. Who is this character? Where has he come from? What happened to him before this scene? You know, say the way we are they happy, they're different from the way they happy. They're different from the way they happy. So if the script has said this guy is supposed to be happy like Stan, and the actor is happy like Olakunle, it means that the actor is overdoing it or underdoing it. There's also something as underacting. You are not giving the emotions that are required. So yes, and I think one of the ways that can be curbed is by analyzing, thinking it through. Who is this guy? Where is he coming from? What will he do in this situation? How will he do it? Will he over smile? Will he internalize? You know that there are people, when they're happy, you don't even know, because they internalize it. They happy, but they know they too overdo them. So there are characters like that. What if that's the character you have been given to play? So these are the things you should think about when you get, this is Acting 101. Sign up for my master class. What, 100 pounds per hour. Best projects to date. I mean, every film, every project I've had to work on has contributed in making the brand Stan Nze. Every project is a great project. I've been on really beautiful projects, and it's such an honor. I'm grateful to every actor I've worked with, every director, every producer that has given me the opportunity to work. However, there are some that are quite memorable, some that it's hard to forget. Of course, the Rattlesnake, I had a story. I can't forget that. I mean, I was nominated and I won the award for Best Actor. It just stays there. Just Not Married. Just Not Married was made in 2016 and he went to the Toronto International Film Festival. I remember it is quite memorable. In Mela, I did this film for the Iroko TV platform in 2020, and it's probably one of the deepest characters I've ever played, and giving me lots of notable recognitions, and I think it's one of the characters that has helped people find healing the most. Colourless, I made that, and I've gotten tons and tons of messages from that film. My first film as a filmmaker, Bad Drop, of course. My first project, first lead role in a TV series, my first lead role ever. It's The Benjamins. So a lot. There are a lot of them. I sort of have a journey for every film, so it's easy for me to connect and remember this project. But for the sake of time, there's no way I can mention all the films I've been on. So this is just to mention a few. So when people ask me that, it's hard to say, because like you said, I've played a lot. And to be honest, there's not a lot available in Nollywood at this time, because of course, what people are writing. Some people have some scripts they've written, but they're saying we can't make it now, budget, this. So we're not there yet. For what is obtainable right now, I think I've played virtually everything. There's nothing off the top of my head I think I want to play, but when I read it, I would know. I'm working on something right now. It's really action with remote studios. Tosi Igo is directing it, and I'm really excited about it because it has a lot of, it's really intense, and they have great plans for it. So maybe those things I couldn't achieve with Rattlesnake, I would achieve with this. So. Biggest misconception people have of me will probably be that I'm a bad boy. If you see, you say, they drink, they smoke. That's someone like you. I'm a church boy. I'm a Jesus speaking, And that's not to say if you drink or smoke, you're not a, but I don't just do it. I'm a family man. Yeah. So it depends on where my state of mind at the time you send me the script. Like right now, I'm trying to do more intense characters, action. I want to be seen as an action man. That's what I'm doing. Last year, I was doing a lot of comedy with Aki and Popo, Charge and Bill, because I wanted to come out of, I feel like I've cried too much. Rattlesnake, Emil, I've done a lot of deep characters. So if you send me deep, it's that I charge you so much, I no go do it. So I try to sort of evolve, rebrand. I don't want to be stereotyped. I really run from that stereotypical box and they just, this thing what you do for this film, can't they repeat? No, I'll get bored that way. So I try to, it just happens for me. I want people to perceive me as someone who has values, someone who loves God, somebody who is family oriented. I mean, it's not by the things that I say, it's by the things that I do. By their fruits you shall know them. So I'm hoping that I live up to the expectation by doing the right thing at all times. So. Okay, I think I already mentioned some of them. I mean, put in the work. Take on monologues, record, put them on your page, tag producers, Instead of coming every day to say, I want to act, put in the work. Let there be something evident on your page that you're an actor. And you can hire a camera. Some of these cameras, 10K per day, 15K with one lens. You can go and do 2 angles, 2 lenses, 30K. Invest in your craft. Go for training, Go on YouTube, get videos, watch. Just keep soaking it in. Do not be in a hurry to be on screen. Rather, take time out and invest in your craft and be sure that day where they can say camera action roll, you will deliver. So I think that would be my advice to you. I mean, there's so much attention in the entertainment industry now. Everybody wants to act, everybody wants to sing. Just be sure that you have talent and you're not in that balloon you're not in the category of people that just want to come into it, collect the fame, 5 minutes fame, be a one-hit wonder and disappear. If that's what you want, it's fine.